hetero Tim label's not working.
Question mark. Edwardson question mark. Yeah.
Question mark.
Exclamation point, question mark.
Oh, I'm just live. We should probably roll credit.
Is this thing on?
Okay, welcome to our radio. Steve is not here, so Luke is unfortunately driving the ship.
Is he?
We're in for car crash territory today. Jeffrey's here, so we're definitely in for car crash territory. Ed H is here. Ed H will be appearing throughout this show now that he's brought her up. Got car crash. How are you, Christina?
I am doing swimmingly, just getting through the week. It's 1,000 effing degrees in this state, so I'm tired of the heat. But other than that, I mean...
If you're tired of the heat, it's only June.
Are you
school's over for my daughter.
I always ask parents that. Are you over it?
I am. Yeah, I don't know where her parents are. They have to come pick her up soon because I'm getting tired of this shit. Honestly. I don't know what's happening.
Well, let's move clockwise. Jeff, are you over your kids yet?
Everybody's like, oh, summer, and I'm like, bitch, they're homeschooled. This motherfucker, this is everyday life for me. You bitches, stop whining. I don't want to hear it. Welcome to my world.
Yeah, school's over. That's it.
My kids are still doing school. Okay, we don't do summer. Bitches going year round. Okay,
have to learn whole year. Yeah.
Yeah. No, fuck that. They'll get a week in July.
Is it nice down there, Jeff? Because I was over there.
Somewhere fun? You gonna take them somewhere fun?
We try to do stuff all year round. You know what I mean? Like.
Right.
I mean, that's the difference, like we'll do a day in the middle of the week and we'll take off and go somewhere and go do something. So, you know what I mean? Or like when Steve comes over, whatever, maybe we'll do a couple of days off here and we'll go do something. Or, when Luke comes over, we'll take time off and go do something. You know what I mean? Yeah. So instead of doing like big chunks of time, we'll do something here, something there, or whatever.
Well, Luke, if you're coming to Chrissy, you gotta stay into the new year because I don't have much time off left in 2024.
Oh, if I come over, I'm staying for like four weeks at least because it's a flight that's a killer. So if I get over there, I'm just staying. It's how I roll. So how are you, V? So we're moving around the clock face.
I'm achy as hell today. We went to the James Taylor concert last night, and it was freezing. It was raining and I was wet and I was carrying my chair in and out of the freaking park and my shoulders are killing me today.
Did you throw your knickers up on stage again?
I never got close enough to the stage to throw my knickers, even if I were going to throw my knickers, which I probably wouldn't.
I'm disappointed in you.
Yeah, really. What happened to you, Mara?
In that rain, my knickers wouldn't have flown more than 2 feet.
So wait, you're in a concert in the rain?
Yes. It was an outdoor amphitheater.
Yuck.
And we had lawn seats.
Yeah.
Which means we sat there under ponchos with umbrellas.
See, there's nobody I want to see that badly. That's why I bought that outdoor thing. I bought insurance. No. Not anybody on this planet. I don't care if somebody came back to life from the dead and it was one night only.
At my age, there's not many opportunities to see some of the rockers of my youth.
Yeah. I don't care. They are dead.
They're gonna be dead soon.
I don't care if it was
hologram.
Gonna go. I can't believe Willie Nelson is still around.
Yeah,
it's because all that weed.
Really surprised. Yeah, really surprised he's still around.
Paul McCartney looks like $1 billion.
Keith Richards, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
Oh, Jeff, would you sit in the rain for John Denver?
I wouldn't sit in the sun.
I would sit in the rain.
No, I wouldn't sit in the sun either.
No.
How about you, Jimmy?
It would be a miraculous event if John Denver gave a concert tomorrow.
Who would you sit in the rain for?
Who would I sit in the rain for? Oh, I wouldn't sit in the rain for my stepdaughter's soccer game 2 weeks ago. I ain't doing it for it. I'm not paying to do it. So
you are all faint apart.
So yeah. It's like Chris said, it is.
Tim, how long
Yeah.
are those games?
An hour.
45 minutes, maybe an hour.
Yeah.
Well, fuck you.
Not even.
They play like little kid soccer. There's not even 11 people on the field.
How old?
They're 10 and 11.
Oh, fuck you, bro.
I didn't even ask you, Tim. Are you over your children yet?
Well, today was the last day of school, and they got on the bus at 8:15. They got off the bus at 10:15, and all the parents were like, "Oh, I'll see you in 2 hours." I was like, "Not me. They're on vacation with Dad for the next 10 days, so I'm off till July 7th. Enjoy the summer, fuckers." And I went home and I sat in the AC, and I had a day. I'm going golfing tomorrow. I'm good.
He left. Yeah. I was going to say, speaking of kids we can't get rid of, I just saw Steve enter the chat, but he's popped off, so I'm not adding him in.
See how he is.
Well,
you know how he gets. Yeah, rudeness, right?
I don't understand this. You're talking about a 45-minute game for like a 10 or
11-year-old.
11-year-old. Okay, Gabe is in like boys and girls baseball. The age is 4 to 8-year-olds. The games.
Can't hear you,
we get there at 5:30. The games go till after 8 o'clock at night.
Baseball's tough because you have to record the outs. You know what I mean? So it's like, who knows? There's no time.
They don't keep score. Everybody gets a fucking trophy. They're 4 to 8-year-olds. The little ones, the fucking helmet's bigger than the whole kid's body.
Yeah, no, that doesn't make sense. I know. Running clock.
I just thought I'd say hello. We're in country Victoria. We just did a little overnight stay at a lunatic asylum. That's why I look a bit worse for wear.
Can you say, this is April O'Neil reporting live?
I can't hear you. Hold on.
I want you to say, this is April O'Neil reporting live.
This is April O'Neil reporting live.
Oh my God.
But I'm
so gay.
And now can you say I'm the federal agent, I'm armed, and scream it out. And I want to see what all the people in the
like you're in like this little
I'm a federal agent and I'm armed. There we go. So we're in country Victoria. I just thought I'd say hello. Anne and Renata are somewhere, but
where's the Tesla?
Well,
pretty.
I was going to say everywhere that looks haunted, so they could be anywhere, couldn't they?
It could be. We could be anywhere. So we're heading to Melbourne to another jail tonight. But I just thought I'd pop in and say hello. Yeah, I love jails, apparently. This is the Tesla.
And
asylums. Yeah. It's just drawn to them.
He loves
I know, I'm just drawn to them.
You might say.
But, well, look, I'm used to the online asylum that is this show. So, you know. You guys just have to fly solo. I just thought I'd say hello. Have a lovely day, folks. Enjoy the show.
All right.
Thank you, Steve.
I'll be watching later.
It does look really cute.
It is lovely. It's freezing. It was 5 degrees last night.
Are you going to get something yummy to eat there? I reckon.
I got some candy.
Go and get
from the candy shop. I know. All right, guys. Have a good show. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
See, that giving me PTSD already because I know that weather is like only a matter of weeks away from us.
It's like it's cold like 3 months. It's really like cold here.
It's freezing here already. Today was cold.
Here. Yes, it's cold here in upstate. What? You guys are hot.
Wish.
But we
it was like 60 degrees here today.
Yeah,
it was 84 degrees today. With high humidity, it's disgusting.
Yeah. It was last week. We had a day that was in the 50s.
No.
It wasn't in the 50s.
Kidding you?
Or in the morning it was, or whatever. I had to wear a fucking hoodie. I was
Here
pissed.
We go. The show's gone straight back to weather again, hasn't it?
You can listen, we're old, bitch. We're old, okay? Our bodies are brittle.
It's beautiful outside. There's a beautiful breeze. Me and my daughter went for a walk. It's really nice out. If I could do the show outside,
when you say that, I'm very disappointed. You didn't show up in a bikini today for us. People want tits. Oh, speaking of, I better start the actual run of this.
Hot load of hot topics.
Don't do anything you don't want to do, Luke.
Oh well, I
won't even tell you about that. I went out. It's fine.
You went out.
Tell us how you went out, Jeffrey.
No, it's okay. You pulled up Katrina's titties. Let's go.
Okay, look, someone's dead. Donald
Sutherland. No. Listen, no. We're not doing this. We're not doing. You just skip this. Take that motherfucker's photo down. Nobody cares. Buffy's Maverick's dead. Big fucking deal. Okay, move on.
Okay,
we're not doing this.
We always talk about the dead people.
Oh, yeah, we're not doing it tonight. I don't care. Let's go.
We talk about it last week.
We want to talk about how Jeff got wasted, right?
Yeah.
We went out.
No, we're not talking about that no more. We're skipping that too. Right, what's your topic, Luke? Let's go.
Not a lot, man. So we got to go through them pretty quick. Okay. Let's just get this out of the way as well. Does everyone care?
Nobody cares. Moving along.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay, so tell us how you care, Vera. So, Prince William. What am I saying? King William.
I don't really care.
I actually think it's just indulgent of the 1%, right? Like, oh, look at us. We get to hang out with Taylor Swift at her concerts and get.
Give me a minute.
We just snuck in, but we got like.
Wait a minute. I'm working on it.
Okay.
It's the first time we've seen her post a picture of her and Travis together on Instagram.
That's not Travis.
Huh?
That was William.
It's Travis.
No, that's Travis.
Oh, I'm sorry. My screen was zoomed in.
My kids?
Princess
so
Charlotte
it was
was really fucking happy. There, I've worked up some hair. Princess
George
Charlotte
is the boy.
Okay.
Charlotte's the girl.
Wow, those are some teeth, huh?
They are pretty.
Shut up! You're all thinking it.
They aren't getting wet.
Yeah.
Do we have feelings? I don't care. I think it's self-indulgence.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean,
look how rich and powerful we are.
I look it up because Jeff said move on.
Are we going to talk about Britney next?
No, Britney's not here today. But there is another cocksucker. The
Hawk this young bitch.
Figure out what this was about. I had to look it up.
Oh, I did too. I didn't understand.
I'll explain the story, seeing I'm supposed to be. So this young lady was interviewed on I don't even know, it was some live show, and she was asked like, "How do you please a man in bed?" or something. I don't know, and she was like. Yeah, you know the story, Tim. Give us the rundown.
Oh man, yeah. So all right, so just to preface the story, we were me and all my guy friends were in there was 8 of us up in Connecticut this past weekend for the PGA event. So we had like a golfer guy weekend, and this was like anytime we had downtime, we just fucking cracked up about this whole story. So it was a guy on the street interview, and he said, "Hey, what's like the one move that would like makes a guy go crazy in bed?" She goes, "Oh, when you huck tool and spit on that thing," and then she laughs, her friend laughs, and it just became this thing that's taken on this whole life of its own, memes and shirts and hats, and if she doesn't huck to her, I don't talk to her, like it's fucking,
I think she
guys are saying it's gonna be their
pay or something just from merch so far.
Yeah, she's in
hiding. I mean, they couldn't find her for a little while. They were accusing this one girl on TikTok of being her. She had to make a video saying, "That is not me. It wasn't me who said it," and it got crazy for like 5 or 6 days. But it's just funny as hell. It really because it was such like a raw, innocent moment, and it just took on its life. So it was kind of cool to see it just kind of snowball and develop, So.
Dogsy. We're just speaking about cocksucking. So, this kind of thing, though, happens all the time. Now, I remembered back, and I even went and grabbed a clip for this one. It's only like 10 seconds long or so. The original Hawk Tour girl here in Australia was the Chick Chick Boom girl. I don't know if you guys ever got that over there. So she was standing out front. Oh, well, there was this like shooting in King's Cross down in Sydney, right? And so the news was there live, just doing a live cross from King's Cross, interviewing bystanders and witnesses, like what happened. So this chick went up to the camera, and this is what played out.
And there were these 2 wogs fighting, and the fact dog said to the skinnier wog, "Oi, bro, you slept with my cousin, eh?" And the other one said, "Nah, man, I didn't for shit, eh?" The other one goes, "I will call them my fully sick boys." And then they pulled out a gun and just went, boom. And I ran away because that's all I wanted to say.
Where was that at?
It was outside, a couple of meters down there where all the police are.
So she actually, it turns out that girl didn't even see nothing. She just went up to a camera.
She said the fatter one to the skinnier one.
Oh my god.
She was like, "This is my 5 minutes. Here I go." She ended up getting like magazine covers and stuff out of it, like back when magazines were a thing before everyone had OnlyFans. So like, it was just a thing. Like, she went viral, and I just, when I saw this hooked Twa girl, I was like, "Oh, this is very reminiscent of Chick Chick Boom." It's the same shit. People just latch on to things because I think we all like something just so stupid. I mean, that girl actually was making light of someone getting murdered, but you know, as you do, this is nothing we haven't done on this show. And hash,
but in Miss Elliot's song, she says it, but she says like "hot to in your face." Like,
yeah, I should have grabbed that clip. Not that everyone hasn't seen the hot squirt clip. Do you want to see it? There's like probably a million videos of her doing it now on TikTok.
Oh, I've seen it
in various green
times
screen.
myself.
Yeah, hop toing on different
all the
things.
stitches.
Yes,
I think it's fucking hysterical. It's great.
It's hilarious. It is.
Yeah, and
every
it's a
time I
shame
see it,
that
I'm like,
she's a
oh,
bit
man.
scared now, though,
Yeah, but if
because
you were the one that
unfortunately
was
it
that
brings out.
If you were the one that was that person who made that kind of comment that went viral, you would have a minute of pause, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, she's got a father who's seen it, you know, or a brother or someone who's seen it.
Yeah. Oh,
Who's
family.
like,
Everybody's
"This is
seen it.
you? You're the hot too, so now I know what you're doing." Oh, fuck.
But that's
for
the
you,
scary
though.
thing
like,
about
this
being
whole-
known. It's like people, she's got a lot of positive stuff because it is just silly, whatever.
Well, if
but then
she
she'll bring out all the
plays-
crazies too.
If she plays her cards right,
she could make some money.
She could build a very lucrative business.
Well, what about the woman,
Sweet Jones, remember? Ain't nobody got time
for
that.
She made some money.
Yeah.
Right, but that kind of faded out. I don't know what she's doing now.
Well, so right the week before this happened, there was a girl at an Edmonton Oilers hockey game in the playoffs who made a stir because she flashed the camera. And they put it up on the Jumbotron, and it was like this whole big thing. So it was like, you know, everybody was like, "Who's the girl at the Oilers game?" So she came out. She just signed a deal with Playboy. They just put the shoot out. So she made some money off of her moment of stupidity. You know, but
why wouldn't you? You know, shit, that's your moment of fame.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this, like her going into hiding and people like going nuts. You know what I mean? Like the momentum with this chick is even more crazy. And I don't think that was done on purpose. I mean, it's
she was hammered.
Yeah.
Honestly, no. Did you see the whole video?
No.
Yeah. It's like a 30-second interview.
I remember when the grapefruit technique was the craze for people saying odd things about giving head. I don't know what the grapefruit technique is.
I remember that the people actually tried the grapefruit and got grapefruit citric acid in their urethra and were in pain. Ended up at the ER.
Oh my God. That's awful. Okay, so people take a grapefruit because it's big, right? Or you can take an orange.
And
you like poke a hole in it.
Then you just
and you make it big enough so that it could go over it. Yes. And then you know, do your thing and you suck the grapefruit juice as you suck the eggplant.
And you rotate the grapefruit. It was people were trying it and going to the ER with citric acid in their urine.
Okay, I'll be right back. I gotta go to the grocery store. Have a good night, guys. I'll see you next week.
Why would you use? Oh, because
I would rather
fleshy.
I mean,
I'm like, why wouldn't you use something that's like not like acidic-y?
The grapefruit is less acidic than an orange.
Yeah.
When you think about it. And there's more surface area. So you could really get like it's bigger. Yeah. So it's
I've gone for a full lemon. Someone I'm willing to try it with a lemon.
It'll get smaller.
I don't That just all sounds awful. That just doesn't sound like a smart idea.
To be awful in reality.
Well, wait, you're saying you cut a hole through it, and then you put the penis through the grapefruit. So she's sucking on your penis and
I don't know that a lot of guys did this because I bet most of them weren't big enough to stick their dicks through the grapefruit.
It's messy. So
don't ruin it. Don't ruin it for the rest of us.
Put a towel down.
I mean, I think a clementine's more realistic for a lot of dudes.
Yeah,
I was gonna say
you're gonna piss off that boy.
Like, here, I brought you a toy.
Even if they can't pull the grape.
Why do you think I can't kitty fuck
you? All right, I've got a story here. We better do it. So this hot football player has like really expensive stuff on his tattoos, and it's something to do with like lines and something. I should probably
several lines and something.
Yeah, cocaine lines, like as you do. Here, I'll actually go down and read the story when I find it. It's never easy when I'm driving. Here we go. So June 28, pictures of 23-year-old rugby league player Joshua Taylor Miles, so that's who he is, went viral on social media, prompting his Southwestern Sydney club, the Aquinas Colts. I'm probably saying that rugby football players who don't watch this show will get annoyed. To delete pictures from social media. So his thigh tattoos that read "Eat shit faggot" on one leg and "Snort lines" and "fuck" on the other. Cause controversy. Okay,
Jesus.
So listen, looking like that, he can have whatever the fuck he wants on his legs, and I'd still fucking take him home.
Grapefruit all day, grapefruit.
Okay. I guarantee you, he can have whatever the fuck he wants on his leg, and Vera will fucking be on that couch with her legs up over her fucking head. Okay.
Well, it generated that discussion again about freedom of speech. It's his body; he can have what he wants on it.
Yeah, no. He's screaming, "Yes, fuck me on your son's fire
Put
truck."
Up some
and
thigh, put some.
Yeah, nobody's saying that he. Like, you can't tell him what he can put on his body. But if I'm a private organization and I'm paying you as your employer and I don't want that on my team, then guess what? You're going to fucking cover it up or you're not going to play. And that's the bottom line. Yeah. It's a fucking private organization.
Yeah. Disney has
you can play for me or not.
No tattoo policy. When my niece worked for them, she had to buy a special sleeve to cover up her tattoos.
Yeah, that's it.
There was
Look at the Yankees.
She could not have visible tattoos. And
the Yankees can't have long hair or facial hair. Yeah. They have to get approved to have a mustache. And it's been like that since as long as they've existed. And guys have complained about it. And George Steinbrenner at the time was like, fuck you, then don't play for the Yankees. That's fine by me. And
why did
that's
they have
it.
That rule, is that because of, like, what? It was someone really famous that had a mustache or something?
No, it was the Yankees. No, because the Yankees wore pinstripes and they were deemed classy and a classy organization. So they didn't want players with visible tattoos or scruffy facial hair. So you had to be clean shaven for every game. And your hair had to be cut so it didn't stick out past your ball cap. So you look classy and cleaner on the field. And then, like, guys petitioned to, like, can I have a mustache? It has to be trimmed to a certain length and framed a certain way. Like, they're still, to this day, very specific about that. And it's just, and they tried petitioning.
Uniform policies, though, too, like, everywhere we work.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. There's an expectation.
I worked for a place that would let me keep my earrings in. I couldn't wear earrings to a job. So it's, if you're going to pay me, then I'm going to abide by your rules. That's it.
I have cared for plenty of people with Nazi tattoos. As a nurse, I've seen some
Vera,
real
you're sliding down. You're melting under your camera. Oh, you look like Tiki D. He was on Pay Saturday over here. He was just a cat.
Fucking
that
Tim.
He's definitely melted.
Asshole.
Got it.
Look, do we want to get these stories out of the way? There's a few more.
God.
Just fire through. Everybody's hot.
Oh, this
George Santos. What happened with him?
Fucking asshole.
The fucking drag queen bitch. She was homeless.
Like a Republican.
Yes.
The Republican in Florida.
Queen.
No,
they're all
State,
Republican.
Long Island.
New York State.
Oh, Soros?
Okay.
That's George Soros.
So here's
this is the Netflix guy. The OnlyFans guy.
Yeah.
This is the OnlyFans guy.
Okay,
He's doing OnlyFans now?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's behind the scenes.
But he swears he's not showing anything sexy.
Oh.
Okay, so former New York
How could he?
Here, let me get
Exactly.
Former
What's the
New York
story?
Representative George Soros he's announced on X that he's joined the site OnlyFans to share full behind-the-scenes access to everything I'm working on. The disgraced former lawmaker who was expelled from Congress late last year after a bombshell report from the House of Ethics Committee insists he'll be keeping it very PG. His subscribers will have to fork over $29.99 a month. I'm not doing anything sexual whatsoever. Bitch, we saw you in drag and you look like shit. We don't ever want to see that, let alone pay for it ever. Yeah, he's shit. His shit, his show shit, everything shit.
No grapefruit for you.
No. Oh, he is a grapefruit.
Oh my God.
No grapefruit for you.
How much is
that?
29?
Have feelings. 20, 30,
Like,
30 bucks a month.
I won't pay more than $3 to watch a girl like fucking get naked. Why am I paying $30 to listen to this fucking asshole talk about something that I didn't care about when it happened?
You're pretty
that's
fucking
insane.
cheap.
You know how much of a waste OnlyFans is? I turn it on, I look one day and I'm like, it's all the same shit you put on your Reddit or your fucking Twitter. There's no difference here. And that guy just fucking took me for $3. And I'll probably get it.
Pornhub is free, mate. And I'm sorry, most people who watch porn, once you've achieved what you want to achieve by watching it, you're not interested in it anymore. So why would
100%. Because they're not actresses, they're everyday people, and that's the only thing that is the allure. It's like it's a house mom from the Midwest somewhere. Or I just found one the other day that was like 6 miles away from me. So I'm kind of holy shit, I could run in person to the grocery store. So that's like the appeal. But no, you're right. It's like you look one time and I'm like, why did I just pay $5 for that?
Okay, so Dogsy said here for our listeners. Now he may not be taking his clothes off, but if you want to see the biggest twat on the platform, you know where to go.
True.
I like that one, Dogsy. That was nice.
I have a story about an OnlyFans chick that I didn't know, but I saw on TikTok.
Story time with Christina.
She got $50,000. Okay, over a certain amount of time. No. So she had this guy request. He said, "If I give you $5,000, will you show me your asshole?" And she's like, "I don't know." She's like,
to asshole, not tits, not vagina, just asshole.
No, it was asshole because I'm sure he's already seen all of everything else like on her page. So she's never shown this. He requested it. So she said no, 10,000. So she got 10 grand. So she took a picture of her asshole. Okay. The next request he said was he wanted her to sit there, open her cheeks and fart, take a video of it, of her farting. That's what he wanted. And she got another 30 grand or 40 grand for that. Like after she was like, I don't know, like pushing it. He said, okay, I'll give you this. If I find the video, I'll send it to the chat. But she got a shit ton of money from this guy. No, not the video of her actually farting, obviously, just of her explaining that she got this amount of money because this guy wanted this. Like it was just
talk about your niche market,
let alone pay for it. Like
people will pay for anything.
Like that I want to see.
Yeah.
I was trying to get my wife to do one. I was like, we don't have to show your face. We don't have to show your face. No, just to start an OnlyFans. People will pay for anything.
Oh my God, putting ping pongs out of your vagina? Bitch, I'd be on camera all day long.
Yeah, I mean, there's something for everybody.
With your vagina, Jeffrey?
There's a girl that my wife and her father worked with that they found out had an OnlyFans. And I was like, who is it? And what's their name?
Did somebody see me?
Did she have was she harassed or anything, or was she all right? No one cared.
No, because they didn't know, and I was like, oh, really? I was like, that's weird. Do you know her name on Instagram, maybe? Because I just want to see
check it out. I'm gonna go pay for it.
So like, oh, what an asshole! Who would do something like that? Now I get it, and then find her on OnlyFans. and pay $3.99.
Vera, would you fart on camera for 50 grand?
You know, I can't say no.
I
challenge
say
is
no,
out there,
exactly.
kids.
I think the bigger
Vera is
question.
Cutter only fans. 50K if they're going right.
Again.
I'm not gonna, because my camera keeps slipping. I'm not gonna
Fart
say
on
yes.
OnlyFans.
I'm not gonna say yes,
Exactly.
but I'm not gonna say no.
I'd do it for $1,000. So tell me, let's cut the shit.
and our sister site is Green Pie Katie.
Oh my God.
Look.
Oh,
anyway,
man.
Katie was about 15 yards away from me last night at the concert. We didn't know it.
McCarthy?
Oh,
McCarthy,
thank God.
yeah.
Katie McCarthy?
You saved yourself.
Katie McCarthy.
That leprechaun was coming to get
Dodged a
everybody.
big bullet
Dogsy
there,
blown
B.
up chat today. Dogsy, there was a show with the ping pong balls when I went to Thailand. I saw the same show, Dogsy. I've got a story about that now that you've led me there after this. When I went to Thailand, but she was using pool balls.
Jeez.
Holy shit. Okay, now I would pay good money to see
the sound was enough. No, okay, so my Thailand story. So there was worse than, there was budgerigars flying out of coochies. They were pulling razor blades out at one point. I'm like, ugh, like that was like car crash territory.
No.
I'm like, I don't want to see this, but it was weird stuff.
You know,
then,
there's
the madam. Sorry, Jeff. The madam came over to us then because they realized it was like two gay guys and a chick hanging out in this titty bar in Thailand, right, in Bangkok. So they knew we were just there taking the piss. They're not stupid. They fucking knew we weren't going to spend much money except for a few drinks. So they got one of the performers. I think she was the girl who had the budgerigar fly out of her vagina. Say that I had bought her a drink and I didn't pay for it, and that I had to pay up. And I'm like, I did not buy her a drink. And then they got her to come over, and then she relayed the story again. And we were surrounded by all these bouncers. I'm like, fuck, we're going to get beat up for like $5. I'm just going to pay for this fucking drink, and we're out. But as we left,
that's what they count on.
Yeah, and like as we left there was all these young British guys coming upstairs. I'm like, I wouldn't go in there. They just fucking like strong-armed us for money. And so they turned around, walked out with us, and then didn't shit kick off because ICE just fucking turned their customers away. They chased us down the street. We had to jump into a moving tuk-tuk and get the fuck out of Dodge, man.
Oh my God.
But I got to see a ping pong show. No poo balls though. Sorry, Jeff, I cut you off before.
No.
If you, this is like one of those kind of like, if you go back and listen to one of the audio shows, Katrina A. Johnson talks about going, you know, when you're in Mexico, she saw there was a donkey show. And she's like, you can't walk by and not go in. You got to at least, you know, go take a peek.
Katrina.
No.
Oh my gosh.
No.
She doesn't want that out there now.
No.
She certainly doesn't want you to go back into the archives and find it, everyone.
Check it out. It's the whole thing. I don't remember the exact thing. You got to go check it out.
You could listen to thousands of hours of this shit show to get that one.
You'll never find it. It's okay.
You're showing shit. You go find out about the donkey show in Mexico.
What else is there that Steve's got here? Okay, they're making some other Dexter show. I don't know, what is it, a prequel, sequel, something? Patrick Dempsey, Sarah Michelle Gellar, and Christian Slater.
Nobody cares.
Are we excited?
I
I'm
love
excited.
Patrick
Gellar.
This is not a conversation. Nobody cares.
Okay, not a conversation.
I love Patrick Dempsey.
Righto, Jeffrey. Righto, Jeffrey.
You can't sit at our table anyways. Nobody cares.
Well, that's our story. We're halfway through the show. We've talked about budgies flying out of vaginas. I don't know where else we can go from here. Like, where do we go from here?
Well, let's talk about Vera. Would you eat vagina for $50,000?
I can't say no.
She can't say. Look, the challenge is out there, guys. If someone really rich is watching this show, we will start an OnlyFans, and we all will do some serious shit.
No.
I won't do a budgie, and I won't do
That's
a
not true. I
ball.
totally would.
I'm old, and my muscles could not do that. I can guarantee you.
Oh, Vera, you could at least put a pool ball up there, sure.
That ain't happening.
Oh,
Luke could try a pool ball, but it would just fall right out.
Jesus, a pool ball.
Is that what you're saying?
It's not that hard. It's not that hard.
Yeah, there you go. How can we forget? Petro Tim's done it all.
Stuck up there. How do you get it out?
You would not believe the shit
I've been in the
people
Navy.
get stuck inside them and have to go to the ER for.
Oh, like the Barbie doll?
So here we go. My mom worked at the Nassau County Medical Center, right? She worked for the prison system, right? So she had to do back and forth between the ER and the jail. So she walked into the ER one time, and there was a husband and wife in there. And the husband had just a towel around his waist, and the wife was dressed, clothed. And so all the nurses were laughing. So she goes up to one of the nurses, she's like, what's going on over here? She's like, she goes, this couple just came in. The wife was videotaping the husband fucking the cat. And the cat died. And when it tightened up, when it died, they couldn't get it off his dick. So they had to bring him into the hospital, had the cat cut off his penis.
And they probably should have called the police because it's animal cruelty.
Well, it was at Nassau County University Medical Center, which is affiliated with the correctional facility, and the police officers and the correctional officers were on scene because they were charged with cruelty to animals. Yeah.
See, I didn't know the story was gone down. I just thought he had something up his ass or something. Which
the
is like,
fucking twist on that story, I never fucking saw coming.
I did not see it coming either.
Oh my god! I thought it was gonna be something up his ass. Not fucking cat to death.
Another story, same type of deal. She's in the ER. Again, nurse comes over. She's like, "You gotta see what's going on over here." Another couple was brought in by the police department. There was nothing in the person, but the husband and wife were arrested because the husband was videotaping the wife fuck the dog. Like the golden retriever would mount the wife and they'd videotape it.
Nice.
And she had another guy. She had another guy that she had to look to do the X-rays on because he hung a broom handle from the door frame, and he got up on a ladder to put the broom in his ass. And he fell off the ladder, and the broom came up through his throat, and he died.
Oh, that's like a fucking horror movie scene.
Yeah. Final Destination XXX, that one was.
Yeah.
But I've had people
He
come
got
in
banged one last
that
time,
have put
didn't
things
he?
up there. It's actually quite common. And I do remember this one, like I shouldn't talk out of school, but there was one when they brought the X-ray up of this vibrator that had got lost up this person's behind. And it just reminded me of the rocket ship in Austin Powers. It was just this massive, fucking dick. And I could see like the rib cage looked so tiny around this massive dildo. And I'm like, oh my God.
Oh my God.
That was an emergency surgery
I am
situation.
not going to say anything because we have really strong HIPAA laws in the state. And
yeah, look, oh well. Yeah, Vera's seen some shit though, haven't you, girl?
Well, people can get creative when they're getting horny.
Jesus.
And like, Luke, what's the craziest thing you've had up your ass?
Nothing. I don't do stuff like that, Jeffrey. I don't know what kind of human being you think I am. I don't go bouncing on bloody broom handles off a step ladder. Like, Jesus.
It's melting.
No, look, I've seen guys like stick things up their urethra as well for like pleasure. I'm like,
that's fucking stupid. That's the dumbest thing. No. I've had one catheter put in like conscious without and that was the worst experience of my life. And I almost I'm close to hitting the nurse. And she was so cool about it too. Like, I really can't complain, but it was fun. That was the most terrible experience of my life.
When you get catheterized, our like urine tract like goes down and there's like a really strong bend like a S-bend in there. So you got to like feed it down. So everyone thinks, oh yeah, catheterizing a male is easy because you can see the penis and the eye of the penis. Whoop. But you've got to be really quite
that part
careful.
is easy. But if you hit their prostate, you're in trouble.
Yeah, if they got problems with their prostate, it's all over.
After my surgery, they put a stent in my bladder, so it doesn't pinch closed during surgery. Right. So a month after my surgery, I have to go and have it removed. And that's hey, how you doing? Sit on the table, and we're gonna, and it's always like a beautiful nurse for some reason. So I take out my tiny penis that couldn't fuck a clementine, and they tape my penis up and they squirt gel down the top of the tip. And she's like, "We'll be back in a few minutes." I'm like, "I'm just gonna sit here then." And doctor's like, "Are you ready?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Okay, 3, 2, 1, and camera and claw in the tip of your penis." And he's like, "We're almost there. We're almost there." I'm like, "You're nowhere near where you need to be, which is out." And he's like, "We're just gonna look around and make sure there's no scarring." "Yep, everything looks good, and you're done." And I'm like, "Just get me the fuck out of here. Get me the fuck out." And I don't ever want to see any of you again. It's terrible.
Violated. So, Dogs, I've actually got a fresh one for you. Me and a few friends are in Turkey for the week. We fly back now Sunday, and my mate is bald. And today he come down from his room after a night on the piss with a footprint on the back of his head, and he was walking like John Wayne just getting off his horse.
Oh dear!
I'm having trouble visualizing this. Yeah, it's a lot. There's a lot. It's like
that hurts.
How does the bald guy get a footprint on the back of his head? Like, what specifically was going on in that room?
Actually,
what was going on that a shower wouldn't have fixed?
I just had a horror movie flashback to when I was on Schoolies, which is like the celebration after you finish high school here. And the couple that we went to school with, or they weren't even a couple, but they just hooked up while we were on Schoolies. And it turns out that she was menstruating, and I had no idea what was going on. I came into the house and I saw all these bloody footprints. So we were like screaming, looking for the dead body.
God,
this show has gotten so gross.
It is just a disgusting show, and I need to never host it again because I don't know what to do anyway.
What do you mean?
How did we end up here?
There's quite a few people not on the show.
I know.
You got to keep it up for namesake. It's got to be uncensored every once in a while. Can't be all pop stars and drug overdoses. We got to get real sometimes.
That's it. There's only so much we can talk about Britney Spears.
Actually,
I don't even have a What the Fuck Weekly. Oh, you do? Is it a View from Here kind of story?
No, nothing like that.
Is it a What the Fuck Weekly story? That should have been Tim's.
No, it was on a TV show.
Okay.
It's like I saw a story. So like some guy was like jerking off, but apparently like a lot of guys like to be choked, or they
autoerotic asphyxiation.
Michael Hutchins.
Yes. So
I already shared this show. God damn it!
You already shared this one?
Yes, my God! If my boss
keep telling it. I haven't heard the story. I wasn't on that show.
So
he like off real fast.
He like has like a noose almost around his neck, or like his tie or something, and it was like tied to like his gym set, and he's like jerking off. But you're supposed to put like a lemon rind in your mouth so that when you pass out, when you bite down on the lemon rind, it brings you back, like it wakes you back up so that you don't like kill yourself. And the lemon rind fell out of his mouth when he was coming, and he died because he suffocated.
How do you know this would happen? Because he didn't live to tell it.
Because again, in the story, the guy is gay, and he knows about like all the the erotic shit, So he's like, oh, it's like a thing. He's like, they said that they found a lemon rind on the floor. You're supposed to bite it to wake you up. Like it was like
that's how David Carradine died. He accidentally hung himself in the closet, jerking off.
That's the rumor. I've never seen it.
Yeah.
In excess.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I left him. I mean, that's what I heard.
That actor from Kill Bill, didn't he?
Yeah, that's David Carradine.
Yeah, that's him. Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
I should know that.
From Kung Fu, the legend continues.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't. Turns out.
No, it ends abrupt.
Guess it just ends there.
That legend stops.
Yeah.
I'm coming up dead. I'm coming dead.
Apparently, legends do die.
If anybody from work is watching this show, we will never speak of this again.
Oh,
no. But if you subscribe to Vera's OnlyFans, we will do it on camera.
Yeah.
For 50K.
Let us know.
50K is any request, we will do it as long as no one dies or gets hurt.
Yeah.
And the price is right. And the price is right.
$7. Two pool balls.
That's not right.
$7.
That's all I got. I'm out.
Pool balls.
I know Vera's got something to say about the fucking presidential debate, right? And
not really.
Well, we can't watch it. It's going on now. We got to watch it after.
Oh my God. I don't know I didn't even know it was the thing until Christina told me this evening. And I kept wondering why I kept getting text messages. And it was like, hey, this is Joe. And I'm like, who the fuck is Joe?
I don't know. Fucking Joe.
Go with your ex-husband, Bob. Calling you.
It's one of those things where I was like, oh, I'll record it and watch it after. And I'm like, I don't want to watch either one of them talk to each other about anything at this point. You know what I mean? Like, it's all bullshit. It's two fucking morons just yelling at each other across stage, muted mics or not. I have no interest. I'm sweating over Russia right now, making sure we don't get fucking missiles shoved up our ass. So, I got enough to worry about.
We will take a missile up our ass.
I said we should do a drinking game. Watch it live on the show.
A freaking rant after this.
I mean, I thought the Special Olympics were in August.
Pauses.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone's going to take you seriously, but we should throw your rant.
Right?
Yeah, let me just find that one.
For nothing. Nobody's even going to be still on to watch it.
Let's go. It's got people consistently staying on. I don't know what's wrong with these people, but here we go.
What? Isn't she supposed to be on the screen?
Yeah.
There we go. All right.
Oh,
apart from the raunchiest show we've done in recent memory, a lot of things have happened today on January 27th. As Christina mentioned, it is debate day, but I'm really not going to talk about that because it's happening as we speak. And, most of the people have already made up their minds, so it's not really that important. But a couple of things did happen today that I am going to talk about. Today, the Copa America Cup, the Copa America, that's redundant, has been going on in the world of football. And oddly enough, the United States is still in it. Today, in Yellowstone National Park, they spotted a rare, really rare, white American buffalo. And today, in Congress, Peter Buttigieg was addressing the Congress to discuss his work with the NTSB to talk about the doors flying off all the Lockheed Martin aircrafts. You may think, of course, Vera, how are you going to link these things together? Well, let me start. As I was watching Copa America with my nephew, because that's the only reason I watch football, European football, I watch American football. There was a lot of things going on with the red card and the yellow card. And I was watching and thinking about how much we value the rules in sports, that there are always rules and the rules have to be obeyed, whether you like them or not. The consensus is we follow the rules. And the United States spent the entire game, one player down because of a red card. And I thought that was really remarkable in a world where everybody's got their own set of rules and nobody's playing by the same set. 2, the birth of the rare white American buffalo. It seems like this should not be that big a deal. Albino animals are born all the time, but this was not an albino animal. This was a white bison. It did not have the red eyes. It had other pigmentation. It was strictly a white buffalo. And to the Lakota Nation, this was a cause for celebration. In the 12 hours since they discovered this white bison, 7 different nations of indigenous American natives have, indigenous, again, redundant, indigenous Americans have been celebrating the birth of this white buffalo as an arbiter of great things. One of the chiefs was speaking today with the news, and he was talking about how Mother Earth has been sick for a very long time. And this is a sign that even though we have a long way to go, the earth is going to heal, and we have to help it heal. And Peter Buttigieg was talking today. I mentioned that earlier. He was called to talk about the doors flying off of airplanes and the mechanical failures, specifically with Lockheed Martin, but with other airplanes as well. And one particular senator or congressman kept directing him to say, this is because of diversity, inclusion, and equity. That these are the reason that these planes aren't being made. It's because they can't hire the qualified white man. They have to hire the woman and the person of color. And Pete Buttigieg kept saying, no, that's not true. No, that's not true. And this particular statesman kept trying to make him say that the reason these doors were flying off is because they were hiring women and minorities. And statistically, it has been proven to not be true. But before he gave up the stage, this statesman also wanted to get Pete Buttigieg on camera saying that we can't afford the incentives for electric vehicles. And Pete Buttigieg, who is one of my heroes and who I wish was on that debate platform tonight, because I would love to see him be our next Democratic president, kept saying, you're wrong. Your facts are wrong. It costs us $15 million an hour to counter the effects of climate change. And Americans are choosing to drive electronic vehicles. He's like, no, the American people are paying people to pay. And he was just spouting all of these nonsense facts. And as I'm listening to Pete Buttigieg and I'm thinking about the Copa America and I'm thinking about healing the earth, and I just want to remind everybody, rules matter, facts matter. Mother Earth is not going to get better if we don't work on it. Everybody knows that storms are getting worse, the planet's getting hotter, sea levels are rising. We see sharks coming closer and closer to shore. We see coral reefs dying all across the world. We see unprecedented heat waves. We see larger than normal storms. You got to stop sucking the tit of big oil. We have to pay attention. The world needs to help heal Mother Earth. And the Lakota Nation is saying we can still do it. So before the next time I buy a new car, it will be an EV. And I hope you consider the same.
Oh, Christina, wait, there you are.
Yeah, there's Christina.
Sorry.
Well,
see,
that was a very, I was going to say, that was a very low-key rant. I think you kept it cool that time, Vera.
The bison story, the American bison was kind of cool. That was really
that is very cool. My dog is named after Lakota. Is the name of a Lakota. He's Tuckota, which is Lakota Indian for friend to all.
Oh, cool.
So yeah. So I'm gonna go give him a big hug on his giant, kiss on his giant head right out there, and be like, "Your brother was born today. We're saved. We can do it."
I hope so. I mean, I don't believe in any of it, but I hope they're right.
No, I believe in omens and signs. Omens and signs.
That's good.
I've actually got the view from here today. So. So,
it's melted.
I told my sister-in-law not to name her kid.
What's Ada?
Am I the asshole?
She is 25 and she has 4 siblings of various ages, and their mother passed away last year after a long battle with cancer. My entire family is very close, and my mum loved her grandbaby. Sadly, she was only able to see my daughter, who's 2, a couple of times before she passed. Then my husband and I decided to name our daughter after my mum, except we swapped my mum's middle and first name for our daughter. So example, if mum's name was Jane Doe, the baby's name was Doe Jane. So then recently her sister-in-law announced that she and this girl's brother were expecting their 4th child, and it's a girl. While they were at dinner, they also announced they planned to name the baby Doe Jane as well after Mom. I became upset and pointed out my daughter was already named Doe Jane, and my sister-in-law asked why there couldn't be 2 Doe Janes in honor of my mum. This led to a full-blown argument where sister-in-law and my brother stormed out after. Okay, so she's asking now, like, I can't tell if I'm in the wrong. I don't want my sister-in-law to steal my baby's name, but she's right. I don't own the name. Am I the asshole? This actually happened in my family. I'm kidding you not. Where, I'll just say it. I don't care. My sister was named after my mother's grandmother, and her name was Alice. And while my mother was pregnant with her, my auntie, who was married to my mother's brother, also was naming their baby Alice as well. They weren't so, like, it wasn't a big deal though. Like, it was just like, oh well, we've got 2 Alices in the family now. But I could see how, like, other people could get super pissed off and get really, like, bitchy over it. And I was wondering if that's happened in any of your families where, like, people have got their name, even just butthurt over a name for a child.
It happened in my family, but nobody was butthurt about it.
Yeah. I know Chrissy's family, every other fucking... There's 3 names, there's 45 women. There's 3 names, and it's like, what Tina are you talking about? Oh, Tina this, a Tina that, a Tina this, Tina this. It's like, what the fuck? I don't know who I just met.
Do you reckon this chick, though, is petty for not wanting them to name the kid too? The same thing?
Not at all.
Well, okay, well, I'm sorry, Chrissy, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Yeah.
No, I'm just like, does her brother, married to the sister-in-law, does he not get a chance to honor his mother through his children?
Right.
Like, that's kind of a shitty thing to do.
Like, in our family, no one got angry over it. It was just
but at the same time, you could also use, like, play. You know what I mean? Like, if I had a daughter, which I don't have any children of my own, but I always said if I had a daughter, I would name her Nora Grace, because my grandmother's name is Eleonora. So I figured Nora wouldn't be Eleanor. So if you could, if anybody else wants to honor grandma, then by all means, use Eleanor or whatever. But I would say that if I name my daughter that, and then one of my cousins or my sister were to use the same name, I think I'd feel like I wouldn't talk to them again, but I think I'd be upset about it.
What about you, Jeffrey?
I mean, I'm a junior, so
you're a baby Jeff, and you got a big Jeff.
But I don't. Besides that, I don't think like that would have went over. Like in the Italian family, like if the cousins or something were gonna have the same name, like oh no, like that would have been an issue. Like people would have been fucking tearing each other's hair out. And then
it wasn't an issue in my family.
And 2, like if you like tried to nickname somebody else's kid, that was a no-go.
Right.
Like my Aunt Kathy named her kid Tyler, and somebody called him Ty one day, and you would have thought you slapped that bitch in the face with a fucking raw steak. You know what I mean? She went fucking ape shit, started screaming the fucking birthday decorations, got fucking ripped off the wall. The party was over. Fucking kids were crying. Fucking everybody had to go home, all because somebody called him Ty.
Well.
Things like that happen a lot in my family growing up. Birthday cakes got thrown out. It was a thing, it was nuts.
In my family now, there's a name that's forbidden, but it's for darker reasons because nobody with the name survives at 30 years old.
I was going to say, it's not a story about fucking cats again.
No, nobody fucked cats. My grandmother had a stillborn that she named Matthew.
I am sorry, Lakota Nation, that I brought up your ceremony.
Oh my god!
Had a stillborn that she named Matthew and buried the baby. Her next child, she named Matthew. He died at age 33 from AIDS. He was homosexual, contracted AIDS after a one-night stand, and came home to his husband. He's like, I got AIDS, and it was this whole terrible thing. And then my aunt named her son Matthew, and he passed away at 23 from an accidental drug overdose. So now my grandma's like, if somebody fucking names their kid Matthew one more time, I'll kill him. So, like, so that name is now off limits. But, obviously much different reasons.
I think it was such a big deal. Like, two kids got the same name, Big Whoop. It's not like it's a bad name or something. I was expecting they wanted to call the kid Adolf or something. The name isn't a big deal to me.
It's an adult.
I remember, man. Yeah, I remember
God.
there was this white racist family. It was an American family, and like someone posted about it, and like their kids had all these fucked up names. I remember the new baby's name was Aryan Nation.
Oh my God.
The little baby girl was Aryan Nation. I'm like, wow.
Jeez.
You're not going to have trouble getting a job in your lifetime, honey. I'll be changing that as soon as I turned 18. Ugh.
It's a good thing your last name wasn't Lynch.
So I have to say that.
What?
Oh, Lynch. No,
What?
I get it.
What?
Oh, wow. Whoa.
What?
Too soon?
Oh, too soon? Too soon? Comedy is fucking being able to laugh at everything, so fuck that. Get over yourself.
We're pieces of shit. We're big pieces of shit.
We really are. And you know what, guys? We actually made it to the end of the show. Does anyone have anything else to say?
I have to say my opinion about this fucking name thing.
Why is he got to cut you off? Like, you hear him? You see him? Tell him to shut the fuck up.
Moving on to the next thing.
He's got a fucking train waiting off camera.
No. Okay. So in my family, I have like, my mom has 6 siblings, or they were 6 altogether. So a bunch of them, there's three of the siblings named their sons Joe. Okay. So there was 3 nephews that were Joe, right? There's a bunch of Johns. There's a bunch of fucking Steves. There was a bunch of Charleses. But again, it just, names for boys are different. Names for a girl are untouchable. I have to say that. Like, if you were to rename a girl name, don't pick something that's been used. That's my opinion. So I feel like that woman is not the asshole for being upset with her sister-in-law for naming. Come up with a different version. Like Tim said, like, it doesn't have to be Doe Jane. It could be, Redorable.
Joe Dane.
It doesn't. What?
Joe Dane. Joe Dane. Just switch the letters around.
Yeah, like something. Like something can be updated or changed to make it work so that it's still honoring his mom and their mom, but not exactly the same. Like, I don't understand why, they have to do the same name completely. Pick a different middle name. Pick a different
I bet you
first name.
Look at us. Our baby's newer. It's coming, and we're going to do it too.
Yeah, I mean, again, and it's the girl's mom, so she has the right to her mother's name, whereas it's the boy's mom. I feel like he doesn't have as much right. But again, this is just me thinking.
Look at this bitch coming up with her own fucking rules.
Yeah, equality.
Have opinions
this is
on
my
this
thinking.
show.
My brother named his kid like a version of my mother's name. I love my mom's name, and I wanted to name my daughter after my mom because I love it. But then when he named his daughter a version of my mom's name, I couldn't name my daughter even close to that because it was like almost like I was taking a name. So I named her after my grandmother, which is my middle name. So again, it's just things that I think about that maybe I'm fucking crazy, or maybe it's just the Italian guilt in my head, which I'm sure it's just the Italian guilt, but again, it's
I'm telling you, it's the fucking Italian thing. That's why these bitches are like, huh?
It is.
It's Italian.
If you're a girl, you can't rename after a girl.
3 Christophers. Nobody's pissed about it.
Yeah.
Well, it's because
your
family wasn't as fucking crazy. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, we got lots of crazy. Trust me.
Well, yeah, but different crazy.
A lot of mics. We have a lot of mics, but more Joes than anything. There's like I could count at least 10 Joes.
Jeff got rid of his
cousins
Joe.
that I have.
On that note, let's all tuck
Yeah,
on
mine.
Play Beauty. And we're going to roll credit. Goodbye, everyone. Make sure to subscribe to our OnlyFans. Starting price is $50,000. Good night, everyone.
Still good night.